What up, Facebook? So I got a question the other day about motivation, and it's something I want to talk about because I think about it a lot, and I get asked about how do I get more motivated? How do I get motivation to work out? How do I get motivated to write or start a business or whatever your goal is, like whatever that motivation is that you're looking for. And as I'm always apt to do, I started thinking about video games and connecting it to that because that's who I am. That's just how my brain works. Video games, comic books, Star Wars, whatever life issue I'm having always comes back to one of those. And there's something from a game that I was thinking about that popped up. And you guys are probably familiar with this because you've seen the meme. It was a popular meme for a while. We're talking a little about Skyrim, one of my favorite games of last generation on the 360, and really put a lot of hours into that. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And there were a lot of memes that sort of came out of that, but no meme was more popular than this meme. I used to be an adventurer like you, then I took an arrow to the knee. Took an arrow to the knee. All right. Now, some people think they know what that means. Some don't. But here's the thing is a lot of random shit happens in your life. A lot of arrows to your own knees. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? And you often use that excuse for not taking action and not doing something. Oh, well, it's raining today, so I'm not really motivated to go work out, or I'm not really motivated to do this because it's raining, or my dog died, or this or that, or I took an arrow to the knee. Whatever that arrow to the knee is. And you look for motivation. So you start Googling, how do I get more motivated? How do I become more motivated? Like steps to become more motivated. Here's the thing about motivation. Motivation is an inside job. Like, you have to get yourself motivated. Nothing I tell you, nothing I can do, nothing I say, even this Facebook Live, isn't necessarily going to motivate you. Now, I hope that it adds some wood to your fire, and then you finally take that step and jump off and go do what you've been motivated to do. But I can't give you motivation. It's got to come from you. Like, it's got to come from the inside. So why do you want to do whatever it is you're trying to do? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to feel stronger? Why do you want to have a body that you feel more confident walking around in? That's the question you have to answer. Because see, like Skyrim and in life, like, you get to play the hero. You get to go around and slay dragons. And everyone else in the game and everyone else who isn't motivated is the guy taking arrows to the knee and casting blame. So you could blame whatever it is that's ailing you today. You could blame the weather. You could blame that you don't have a gym, that you can't afford a gym. You can do body weight at home. You could buy a bunch of gym equipment used at a yard sale. You could stuff clothes in suitcases to add weight. You can do lots of things. But you give yourself that arrow to the knee excuse for not accomplishing what you're trying to accomplish. But why aren't you the hero in your own life like you are in Skyrim? Why don't you go out and adventure and do these things? So do it. Like, I can't give you the motivation to go and do it. It's got to come from you. And the thing about motivation is that it will come in waves. There will be days you don't want to do things. I mean, let's be honest. Who here is married or like has been in a relationship where there was a day where you were like, yeah, I don't know about today. I'm not really jiving on you, not really digging on you. But you didn't leave. You stayed. How many times has that happened where in school you didn't want to go to class, but you still went to class because you knew you had to go. You were dedicated to improving your mind and getting smarter. Because at the end, it's the dedication that keeps you going, not the motivation. So find one small thing you can really dedicate yourself to getting better with. Stop looking for motivation. Stop looking to motivate yourself through music or through watching a movie, or just do it. Just take the step. And take a little step every single day. Take action every single day. Because 30 years from now, you could wake up and say, well, I could have done this, but I took an arrow to the knee. Or 30 years from now, you could wake up and be like, yeah, I am Dovahkiin and I slayed the dragons of my life. And I think that is kind of the life I would rather live. So when it comes to motivation, just remember this. A blog post, this Facebook Live, Rage Against the Machine, blaring in your ears, probably not going to motivate you. Because the motivation's got to come from you. Hands down. It's always got to come from you. The answer is always within you. It's always you taking the action. It's always you deciding that enough is enough, and you are going to be the hero of your own story and slay all the dragons around Skyrim. Skyrim being your life. Just thoughts I had on motivation. Things I was thinking and wanted to leave here on Facebook Live and come in and talk and do. So I want to do a Facebook Live every week, and that's just what I wanted to come in and talk about this week is motivation. So you got to want it. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to give you that desire. Ask yourself the really hard questions. Dig deep. Find the pain that motivates you. Find the pain, the answer to the why you are doing this. And that is going to drive you to taking action and succeeding. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them as it goes along, or just reach out to me via DM and ask me your question. So hope you guys are having a great week. Go out there, kick ass at life. Don't look for the motivation. Make your motivation.